Oh, dang it. Camera died. I had a run in and I got excited and said, you know what, I'm going to take this thing for a ride. And I didn't film it or anything, but the day before, or a couple days ago, when it was running with this carb on it, I ran it around town all day, did some errands, and I said, you know what, I'm going to try to hit it on the freeway, do that whole thing. And I went and did a loop or two with someone else, and we were both just hammering around, and this thing ran like total garbage. And that's what got me thinking, I want to put the other carburetor on and see if it does anything, well, if it runs better or at all. When I was running around, it would hesitate when it got warm. And so when I was in third gear, right off the rip, it would go like ba 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 ba, like it's trying to run on one cylinder or something. So that was leading me to believe that it's running on one cylinder. So I did all the tests for the coil's firing on all cylinders. It's brand new. Everything else is brand new. So I was kind of thinking it was electrical. My other theory, which is what we're going to check now, is with this carb, it doesn't seem like it's squirting a lot of fuel in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cover off and I'm going to try to see if I can get this thing to squirt. Maybe take the bottom bowl off, because I'm not sure if I want to change jets yet. It should run fine with the jets in it. Just the plugs will be all black or white, but they're black and sooty, which kind of leaves me to believe that it's burning unburnt fuel. Not really getting too much fuel, if that makes any sense. So it's either got an exhaust leak or it's got a intake leak, which you saw the video I was spraying around, and I actually got it to seat pretty good. The other thing is I don't have the manifold to the carb, whatever it's called, the little spacer, so I ordered one of those. So that's going to come in the mail. I ordered a good one so I don't fuss around with them. That'll negate some stuff and maybe seal that up a little bit. That might be my whole problem. But I was spraying around and it wasn't acting up. Now that this is off, let's check the squirt and see what's going on here. Okay, so here's inside of the carb. We're not looking at that. We're looking at the needle on the back. That thing should spray. So, twist the throttle and see what happens. It's definitely spraying. It's spraying that way, if anything. So let's turn this thing all the way down and see what happens. Yeah, nothing. That's good. That's a good sign. It's doing something. So let's do half, 1, half, 2. That thing is squirting a lot. So let's go 2.5. I think the only thing I got to do is move it this way. Otherwise, I would say that's good. That is what I'm thinking that bogging's from, because it's not getting enough fuel. So I would say that's good enough. Okay, another theory is the float level. This thing leaked like crazy from the factory. Would shoot out of this overflow tube, and I adjusted it. And I thought I did a good job, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this and check it, triple check it, put it back, and maybe that will solve a little bit of my issues. Also, I'm going to check the accelerator, I don't know what it's called, diaphragm thing. I hate doing this. I have tempted to buy one of those things that drains this evenly, or easier I should say, and just keep pouring fuel everywhere and making a mess. I need a better funnel. Wonder what it's like when people just put things on their bike and it runs perfectly and they never have to mess with it until it breaks. That would be sweet. I would love to be one of those people. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself if my bike ran right off the rip. Just put it all together and tune it, and it ran almost perfectly. I'd almost like motorcycles more probably. I'd be so excited. All right, now that I got gas everywhere, I never do this easily. Pain in the shorts. I also had longer screws on here, but I put them on my pan because I like the pan more. And I want stuff on there that's gonna be on there forever. I think I ordered some more for this, hoping that I wouldn't need them. Let me know in the comments what it's like to get a motorcycle and just rip it around. What's that like? Does it feel good? Does it feel right? Does it make you want to just go out and ride more? I ride them and then they just break. I'm starting to get tired of being the guy that always needs parts and asking questions about these damn things. I'm sure people are around here getting tired of my ass. Shout out to the buddies that I got that let me have parts and shit. I owe them a lot. More than a hot dog or two. Right away, I want to look at this part that sprays. So a real SNS, that thing goes up and there's like a long slit in it. So then it'll spray like that. It'll have a fan. These have just a dot. My dot goes this way, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten it out. That's one thing to fix. But the other thing is I got to try to fix this float. And I forgot where it's supposed to be. So let me get my measuring tools and see where it's at. Scene report. I had this float in there too deep. I think it needs 1/8 of an inch below the gasket surface. So what I'm doing now is just trying to go back and forth with it, trying to get it close. I'm not that good at it. I always go way too far. You don't need to bend this much, and I don't want to get that tab too bent up. But you never know till you try. So I'm just going to keep hacking at it until I get it close. But because it's too low in the bowl, hopefully that's the reason why it's sputtering all over the place under load, or that might just be a far-fetched idea. I'm not sure. Never know till we ride it. All right, after fussing with this thing back and forth, bending the tab, it's supposed to be 1/8 to 3/16 from the height of the gasket area, and so I went 3/16 from that area. That's what I'm going to leave it at. I'm going to button this up. Next thing to do is just get it running and go fast. And while I'm here, I'm going to look at my jets. 72. Not a freaking speck on it. Almost like to go smaller. 70 or something. But we'll cross that when I get there. I don't have a stack of jets laying around. They're like 12 bucks a pop. Oh, I have the knockoff ones. I forgot about that. And then this one, these are the ones that are hard to come by. These intermediates for some reason. I'm always picking on people for them. I can't even see it. Sometimes they're stamped on there and you just, it's like, it's pretty much impossible to see it. But 03, I think it says 031. All right, it's a bad sign. I already got my helmet on. I'm gonna kick it over. You've seen me do it 100 times. So I'm either gonna be ripping it or watching fuel spill. So let's see what the next clip has in store. That was fun. Yeah, see how it's all wet? I think that float might be too high. Maybe I'll put it in a little bit more. No, down. Yeah, I think I needed to go down like just a little bit. Let me kick this thing over, tune it. Let's go for a rip. All right, made it home. Bike's in the back, not too many troubles. I tuned it, ripped it around some more. It's still puking out of the carburetor, but it's running way better. I can feel it bogging when I'm hammering on it, like a little bit. But also, the freaking fender's rubbing on one side. I'll probably go over that in the next video. I really need to change it. But I also need to pull the tire back, so I might chance it. I might do that right now. Yeah, freaking getting better at what I'm doing. Probably be better if my carburetor wasn't from Amazon, but that's besides the point. Check out what I'm up to. Check out all these other videos. Like, subscribe, comment. Check out my web store. Buy some stuff. Help me out. See ya.